Good morning. From the creek just 0.2 miles south of Iron Mountain Shelter, where I stayed last night, I had company. I'm so excited. I had a dad and his daughter who were out doing a section, and another gentleman who's out doing a section, all northbound. A southbounder and his dog did come by, but he kept going. But it was nice to have company, enjoy the conversation. It was nice. A little chilly last night, hence the hoodie and the jacket this morning. And I'm heading to a dry spell, so that water that you hear is the last good water source that I'll have for a day. There might be a spring up on the ridge, but it is unclear. I'm all watered up. I have about 2.5 extra liters of water, but in addition to that, I drank my coffee drink, my Frappuccino already, and I refilled that bottle, which is 20 ounces, and I refilled my 1 liter bottle, which was about half full. So I am watered up. The good news is I only have 2 days worth of food in my pack, so that kind of compensates for the heavy water that I have. It doesn't feel too bad, so yay. I'm going to climb out of here and get trucking down the trail. Today we will be seeing views of Watauga Lake, and there's also a power line coming up here soon too. So hope the weather holds. A little overcast, chance of rain, but there's also a chance it won't rain. All right, I'm ready to hike. I'll give you a peek at this little creek. There you go. A little creek in the woods. You also walk over this creek, but it's easier to get the water here. Just a little side trail that goes that way and that way. All right. Time to hike. And there is a better view of the view. I just shed all my winter gear because it's warming up now. Not every day is a walk in the sunshine. Not to say there won't be sunshine, it's trying to peek through. It's breezy, cool, and overcast. Perfect for hiking. You don't get hot. And this has just been a nice little walk in the woods this morning, just like this section is. I don't know if I'm through with the mostly uphill. A lot of that section I've been doing was like primarily uphill, downhills too, but just steady uphill, little downhill, more uphill, little downhill, big uphill, little downhill. So I don't know. You tend to learn. Just stop looking at the topography because it is what it is. You can't change it. Can't go around it. Can't go under it. Can't go through it. Just have to go over it on the path. When it comes to nice parts like this, I'll take it. And at this point, I am 23, 22, maybe 22 miles from my exit point and my completion of every single mile of the Appalachian Trail except the Smoky Mountains. That's a good feeling. Now I'm like planning future. So I'm thinking that a fun thing to do is if I'm in the area, Mr. D is going to love this, because I'll just come out and do like 3 or 4 day hikes. I think that would be good. Here, or if we're camping somewhere that I can go do a primitive camp, I'll just go do an overnighter. Take one of the dogs. I've been wanting to do that. I get a little pushback because it's a concern. It is a concern. It is a concern because they're a bonded pair. They're sisters and they've never been apart. So used to, they would cry if I walked, well, mostly Tara would cry if I walked Luna and I didn't walk her. Now I think they're like, oh, okay, well, whatever. They're pretty chill about it. So I think we'd be fine. I know that looks just like sky out there, but I can see mountains through the trees. It's been like this. You just couldn't ask for a better hiking trail or a hiking day or hiking weather. Our next view. Oh, you can see Watauga Lake out there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. But if you look way out to the right, there's water. Don't know if that helped, but pretty doggone awesome. We are almost to Watauga Lake. Well, in fact, I think I have about 2 miles to go till I get to the next shelter. Starts with a V. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. And that has some nice views of the lake, and that's where I'm going to have lunch. This is a contrast to the breezy ridge up there. Came down a bit. I think I'm on the windless side of the mountain. I've been hiking and it has been like dead silent. Like not even a bird. Of course, I just popped my ears too. That helped. That could have been the problem. Yeah, I don't think so though. It's not like I've come down 1,000 feet. Just rolling along, few hundred up, few hundred down. But yeah, I guess we're winding back around. I hear wind again. It's interesting when you're hiking, you go around one side of the mountain and it might be windy and cold and or sunshiny, and then you go to the other side of the mountain, whatever, contrast it is the total opposite. It might be dark and silent. Okay, well, looks like we're kind of back in a ridge area again. It's a little bit more alive in these areas. Seems like almost lunchtime. I have cold soaking the other half of my mountain house, which is a lot. Apparently I wasn't real careful. Yeah, I had one mountain house chicken fried rice, and I know they make I know it says 2 servings. A lot of people will eat just one, but I typically can't finish something like that. So I split it in half. Well, I thought was half, but apparently it was under half. And so I have a lot. But that's okay because I'm hungry right now. It filled my little cold soak cup up, and I'm looking forward to eating it. That will be a yummy lunch here, probably within the hour, I'm thinking. I'm not going very fast. A dang tendon is acting up again, so I notice if I hike fast, it hurts worse. If I hike slow, it hurts less. So I'm hiking slowly, steady, but slowly, just to not push it. There you go, Watauga Lake. I know you can see that. Looks like a marina or something there. You can peek at it through the trees as you're hiking along, but you can't get a good look at it. This is a good look at it. Hopefully there's a better look at the shelter. Let's go see. Just so you know, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. There's a lot of snaking ups and downs and steeps. So this is an example of the snaking right here. And then you've got like you go up steeply. There's mushrooms. I'm just fascinated by all the growth you see out here. So I'm going down, and probably when I get through that opening over there, I'll go back up. There's a whole little village of mushrooms. One day when I was hiking, can't recall, it might have been in Pennsylvania, might have been in New York, I don't know. In 2018, I had to limit myself to no more than 5 pictures a day of mushrooms and toadstools because I was just obsessed with them. There were so many in those days, those hiking days, that are fascinating. But every now and then you get a peek, a little view through the trees. I think there's one coming up right here. Wow, it just looks like the water goes uphill. Huh. Love it. If you are section hiking, if you're out for a section, I'd recommend this section. This one that I started in Damascus, and I'll be finishing at Dennis Cove Road. It's 50 miles, and there's options to do shorter distances if you only have a weekend. But this is a easy, beautiful hike. I came right up that way, a little bit of a huff and puff, and I'm at the shelter. This is the Van de Winter shelter. These all have little things, I keep forgetting to read them. 3,500 feet, built in 1961 by U.S. Forest Service, will accommodate 6 people. Water is available from a spring at a trailhead 100 yards south of the AT. Then 3/10 of a mile downhill on the Blue Blaze Trail. Tennessee Eastman Hiking Club. That's what I was trying to remember the other day. The Tennessee Eastman Hiking Club out and had done some maintenance. It's another cinder block shelter. And a hiker graffiti board. And still people leave their trash. Dang it. But anyway, I am going to go eat lunch over here. Let me show you. Oh yes, that's my lunch spot. I already got my backpack there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gonna enjoy this. Okay, there is a water source for the Van de Winter shelter. That is steep. I don't know if you can tell. And then I spoke to another hiker that went all the way down there and could never find it. So, and that is why I just go on ahead and carry it. Okay. Well, my beautiful lunch spot was interrupted by a dang rain. But fortunately the shelter was there. So I sat under the overhang and finished my lunch. And now I'm heading on to, let's see, there's supposed to be a pooling spring in about 1.7 miles. And I'm going to top off my water because I'm dry camping tonight. And then I think it's about 3-4 more miles. Within that 3 to 4 miles, I'm going to be looking for a place to camp. I want to camp before Wilbur Dam Road. I've got my umbrella up only because it was thundering. It's supposed to rain, or chance of rain, 3, 4, 5. And I just thought, well, let me just go ahead and get rigged up. Because it's cold up there, I have my raincoat on. I get a feeling I'm going to be doing some descending here, that I'm going to get heated up because I'm out of the wind. The wind is what's cold. A good little sprinkle. You can see the wet leaves. Yeah, wasn't bad. More views as you're coming down. Very nice. And I didn't mention a while ago, I don't think, but there are views off to the right. Well, not now, but earlier. If you would look over that way, you'd see fields and whatnot. A couple times. I was so busy watching the lake that I kept forgetting to look over there, but I mean, so you can see through the trees, same thing. It's early, but look at this spot. That right there, that would be fun. Poop. It's crazy. I can see 1, 2, 3 levels of water. I don't know if you can see them here. You got the water down there, the first level, where the boats are. Then there's water up through the mountains. And then there's one on up there. People have asked me, what about the umbrella hitting stuff? I just came through that and a couple other rhododendron tunnels. All you have to do is duck and just watch it. It's a little annoying, but it's the biggest thing you have to watch out for is something grabbing you. But generally speaking, it doesn't. Now, I am only 5'4", so I guess if you were taller, it might be a little bit more of a problem. But generally speaking, not a problem for me. But I am about ready to shed the raincoat. I'm out of the wind. And I might put the umbrella away. I don't hear thunder anymore. I think our rain threat has passed. I found it. This small pooling spring beside the trail. That's going to be a scooper. But I'll feel better topping off my water. Getting closer to it. I've been able to kind of peek at it. So I'm going down. It's not all down either. There's been a couple of ups. Of course. But I think there's a couple of views coming up. Hopefully they'll be better than that. I sure hope I can find a campsite. I've got maybe another hour or two. But look at this terrain. This is not good. I mean, I don't mind camping on stuff like this. Just some of these plants are sticker plants. And I value my Neo Air. My Thermarest Neo Air. Oh, if you don't have one, get one. It is the best thing ever. I'm a side sleeper. And the Thermarest Neo Air, that good night's sleep. Also, I sleep on a ton of pillows at home. Well, not a ton, like 3. Kind of hard to do out here on the trail. So what I do is I take my down quilt. When I take it out, I put my down jacket in there, and I also put my clothes. And I really don't bring a lot of clothes, but I do bring layers. And I put all that in that one bag, and it makes a very comfy pillow. So I have a very comfortable sleep system. Also, if you're finding yourself on a not so level area, put your backpack right beside you. And, well, I have a 2-person tent, so if you have the room, and it just kind of is a barrier, keeps you on your mat. Oh, I'm gonna have to make this video into two videos because it is so pretty. You're just hiking along here, and I know it's not as good with the camera, but you just see water everywhere, water and mountains. I'm highly impressed with this area. Look down there. Just, we're getting closer and closer to the water. Now I could just suck it up and go ahead and walk. I think it's 4 miles, maybe 5 miles more to cross the road to, there's a campground. There's also a hostel, but I just don't see the need. I'm getting picked up in 2 days. So, like if I were continuing on, I'd definitely go to that hostel. But I'm not. I'm done. I've done the next section. So these are the conversations I have with myself when it gets in the afternoon. It's like, but it's early. You could keep going. But why? It's not going to help anything. Oh, that's so pretty. It really won't make a difference because I'm not getting picked up till Saturday. So the only thing that would make me continue on is if I can't find a camping spot. Well, it started thundering and like close. So I panicked and jumped right here in this spot, which looked okay. But I just want to get my tent up before it rained. It's kind of drizzling right now. Umbrella's right there. Not even enough to wet the tent, but I wasn't taking any chances because I was almost to my stopping. Like, I didn't want to go past Wilbur Dam Road, and that's only 1.5 miles up the way. But then I saw this branch I missed. I saw a smaller one up there, but then there's a big one. I didn't really like it, so I moved over here. It's a flatter spot. I think I like it better. Alright, so I ate a hasty dinner, my peanut butter lunch, and some beef sticks and Oreos. So now I'm going to go get ready for bed. But check out my view here. Gonna be a beautiful sunrise in the morning.